Hello everyone, this is Ron Collins. I'm the owner of Blue Lacy SEO in El Paso, Texas, and today I'm going to talk about how Google ranks websites. So let's go ahead and dive in. How Google ranks websites is a question that clients and potential clients have asked me many times. If I were to ask random people how websites get ranked, most people don't really have any idea. Some think that sites get more clicks, get ranked higher. Others believe that good web design will get you ranked higher. I've had people tell me that those who can write really clever code can get the site ranked higher. All of these are wrong, of course, so let's take a look at how Google ranks websites. So these are the basics for ranking. First, you need a website that is hosted on the internet so search engines can find it. Search engines must find your site, crawl the site with virtual robots, and index the pages on web servers. If your web pages are not in the index, they can't get ranked. There are several ways search engines can find new websites. One way is a link from another website. The search engines will follow that link and realize that the new site is not in their index and will crawl the site and index it. Another way is to submit your website to Google Analytics, Google Search Console, and Bing Webmaster Tools. These search engines will then know that your site exists. Second, your website must have some content that search engines can read so they can understand what your site is about. If you have a plumbing business, you're not going to write about raising chickens. You're going to write all about plumbing and the services you offer. This is where search engine optimization, or SEO, comes in. A whole industry has been built around the process of SEO. Without a good understanding of SEO techniques, it is doubtful you will get a website to rank for competitive keywords. I've seen many business owners create or have someone who is not a web designer and SEO professional create their own website using a DIY content management system, or CMS, like Wix or Weebly. I've yet to see a DIY website rank in a competitive niche with competitive keywords. So let's talk about the WordPress CMS. If you want your site to rank, choose the correct CMS. WordPress is the CMS choice for most professional web design agencies. It powers over 35% of all websites and is used for some of the biggest companies in the world. It is the CMS we use here at Blue Lacy SEO. A well-coded website like WordPress makes it easy for Google to follow and index your pages. WordPress has a greater learning curve, but it is powerful and is built with SEO in mind. Most of the DIY web builders are not great at doing SEO, although many claim they are. So here's Google's two biggest ranking factors. Many experts have said Google has about 200 ranking factors. The problem is we don't know the exact number, what all of them are, or how much weight each one carries for ranking. But we do know the two biggest ranking factors because Google told us. One is content, and not just content, but optimized content. What is written on the pages of your website, especially your home page, may be the most important factor for ranking. Sounds easy, right? If it was easy, everyone could do it. Most can't do it right. The first step in writing content is figuring out what terms you want to rank for. These are called keywords. These are the words that people type into search engines to generate to search engines result pages, or SERPs. You might be able to guess some of the keywords that people use, but you can't know for sure unless you use some keyword tools. Years ago, many of these keyword tools were free to use. Now, most all the good keyword software tools are paid ones. These tools will tell you the most popular keywords related to your website, even for local search terms. Many will also tell you any related keywords and variations of words. Before you write any content, you must know what your target keywords are for every page on your site. You could hire a good content writer. In fact, there are many websites where you can hire content writers. But you need to tell the writer what keywords to target. So, how many keywords plus related and variations of those keywords should be on a given page? Well, no one knows for sure. Google doesn't tell us. So what most SEO professionals do is analyze what the top ranking websites in your business are doing to rank higher. It's not a matter of just placing your keywords in the right places on your pages. Google is also looking for quality information that is unique. If you are writing what everyone else is writing about, why should Google rank your site higher? Google wants to show searchers the most relevant, high-quality results related to what they're looking for. So let's talk about backlinks. Backlinks refer to any website that has a link back to your website. This has spawned many black hat methods for obtaining links. Google's looking for a few links from quality, trusted websites instead of many leaks from low-quality, spammy websites. There are many white hat methods of getting good backlinks, but they can be time-consuming and even costly. You can rank without backlinks, but if two websites are very equal in all aspects, the one with better backlinks will outrank the one with poor backlinks. So here's some other important factors. If your website is going to rank high, you must nail down these ranking factors. One is being mobile friendly. A few years ago, Google instituted mobile first indexing, which means Google predominantly uses the mobile version of the page for indexing and ranking. If your site does not render well on mobile devices like tablets and phones, Google will not rank that site as high. Google even has a mobile-friendly test tool to check your pages. Next is page speed. Yes, how fast your website pages load is a ranking factor. It is also used as a factor for good user experience. No one wants to wait more than a few seconds for a page to load on a desktop computer or on a mobile device. There are several free page speed tools available, such as GTmetrix and Google's own Page Speed Insights. The most important metric to look at is the fully loaded time in seconds. This is the time it takes for the page to fully render. You might get different results with different tools. The complexity of your site, the number and size of your images, what hosting company you have, plus other factors all contribute to the speed of your site. There are some technical ways to improve your speed, but that's beyond the scope of this video. Then we need to talk about technical SEO. This is all about on-page factors not related to content. So here are some of them. Page titles. The page title is what shows up in the SERPs and is where Google looks to determine what the page is going to be about. This is where you put your most valuable keywords. For example, if your main keyword is gourmet popcorn, which of the following page titles will rank better? Hello? welcome to my website, or the best gourmet popcorn. The phrase with your keywords in it is going to rank better. It's pretty simple, but many people get this wrong. Header tags. Now, header tags show content hierarchy starting with H1, the most important, then H2 through H6. This helps Google understand the importance of your topics. Again, you want your most important keywords in your H1, your second most important keywords in H2, and so on. An example on your screen, you can see there's an H2 from an actual website, and they have the keyword best gourmet popcorn. They also start off the paragraph text with gourmet popcorn, another keyword. So this is how you do it. Meta description. This is the description that appears below the title. Although not a ranking factor, it is important for searchers to know what the page is about and compels them to click on the result. Alt image tags. Including keyword phrases and image alt tags shows how those images are relevant to the main content, and these are small ranking factors. So here's a picture from an internet website. The alt text reads Cypress Gourmet Popcorn. It's describing what the picture is about and includes your keywords. XML sitemap. Generating a sitemap which is not visible to users helps the search engines like Google navigate and find all the relevant pages on your website. A sitemap is nice to have, but if you have good site architecture, the search engines will find all your pages without a sitemap. In this example, a sitemap was generated by Yoast, a popular WordPress plugin that automatically creates a sitemap for your website. Robots text. This is a simple text file in the code of the website that tells search engines which pages to crawl and eventually index. You may choose not to have certain pages crawled, such as low-value pages, privacy policies, or thank you pages. Just make sure you get this right, or you may cause the search engines not to crawl important pages. Here's an example where it says user agent and an asterisk. That means this is open to all search engines. They have a disallow, and they're disallowing the WordPress admin, but they're allowing another WordPress admin on their robots text. Schema markup, otherwise known as structured data. Schema markup, in simple terms, tells Google what kind of content you're producing. Although not a ranking factor, it can help your site enrich snippets results. So here's an example. Google and other search engines may not know what some of the things are on your website. Like a zip code. They may not know the numbers, although we can readily see that those numbers represent a zip code. They may not know your address, so you tell them this is an address. They may not know these numbers are a phone number, so part of the schema markup tells the robots that these numbers are phone numbers. So there's many types of schema markups. Internal linking. This refers to links within the pages of your website. When you link to the most important pages, usually the home page, Google will give these important pages more link value than other, less valuable pages. A good internal linking strategy will help with ranking your most important pages. Business information for local search. If you have a local business including the name, address, and phone number, what we call the NAP, for your business is important because Google will know that this is a local business for a specific geographical location. This information can be on the home page, about page, and contact page. A secure website. Google wants every website to be secure. Having a secure website is important to keep user data secure, verify ownership of the website, and gain user trust. Most web browsers will give a not secure warning if your website is not secure. To secure a website, you need an SSL or Secure Socket Layer certificate. Once installed and set up, the prefix in your web address will change from HTTP, which means Hypertext Transfer Protocol, to HTTPS. The S stands for secure. Your web hosting company should be able to help you with this. The good news is that Google will give a slight ranking boost if your site is secure. Domain name age. Now this is a tricky one. For years now, most people believe that the age of a domain was related to ranking. The older the domain, the better chance of ranking well. A domain name is simply the name address for your website, like mysite.com or greatcontent.net. While it is true that new domains are not likely to rank near the top, the question is, how old does a domain have to be to rank up there with the top websites in your niche? Years ago, Google's Matt Cutts answered that question by saying there is not much difference in a 6-month-old domain versus a 1-year-old domain. In other words, a website with a domain 6 months old has an equal chance of ranking as a 1-year-old domain website. Cutts went on to say that domain age is not much of a ranking factor. The problem is, most people in the SEO industry didn't believe him. The reason people are doubtful is because the data doesn't support what Cutts was saying. The data shows that all things being equal in two websites, the aged domain almost always wins in ranking. The data also shows that most websites that rank in the top 10 have domains that are at least 3 years old. In a study done by SERPWoo, they said the domain age for the top 20 hardly have any domains that are under 1 year old, like almost zero. Google doesn't like to rank new domain websites because of trust. They want to wait and see if the website is still going to be around in the coming months and what value the site brings compared to similar websites. That's why we tell clients with new websites and new domains to be patient because it may take a while for their site to rank. In conclusion, I know that I didn't include all 200 ranking factors. The fact is, no one really knows what all the ranking factors are that Google uses. This is because Google doesn't release the ranking algorithms and data to the public. If you do a good job with the strategies in this article or video, you will be well on your way to ranking higher in the search engines. If implementing these tactics seems a little overwhelming, you can contact Blue Lacy SEO for help. If you like this video, click the like button and click subscribe. I'll see you next time, and everybody be blessed.